and welcome to Bridging the Gap. I'm Patience Nauko Mwana. Bridging the Gap is a development-focused program by the Lift Above Poverty organization LAPO. LAPO is an organization that promotes social development, health, and economic empowerment. And on today's program, we are going to be talking about or discussing breastfeeding. Breastfeeding, like you know, is one of the best ways to give every child a healthy start in life. And so we are going to be looking at breastfeeding. We're going to be talking a lot about breastfeeding, and we have an expert in the house or in the studio with us who is going to be addressing some challenges and some misconceptions on breastfeeding. And she's also going to give us some useful or practical advice on breastfeeding. We have Dr. Osasu. She's a medical doctor by profession. Doctor, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you so much. Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, let's not waste time, or let's not take much of our time on in our introduction, which we have already done. Okay, I would like to ask you some questions about breastfeeding. Specifically exclusive breastfeeding. Okay. So what do we mean by exclusive breastfeeding, and how long should a baby be breastfed exclusively?
Okay, thank you. Exclusive breastfeeding, just as the name implies, means that you are giving the baby breast milk only. Okay. Exclusive means that's the only thing the baby will be taking. And usually we recommend exclusive breastfeeding for about 6 months. Yes, so this means that you won't give the baby water, no formula, no medication, because breast milk is holistic. You know, it's a natural food for the baby, and I'm going to be talking about what it contains, the importance of breast milk. So when you are giving your baby breast milk only, you are sure that your baby is having everything he or she needs for growth for the first 6 months of life. So exclusive breastfeeding means giving your baby breast milk only, emphasis on only, for 6 months.
Okay, so let's go on to look at why, what is the importance now of giving a baby only breast milk, you said, for the first 6 months of life.
Yes, okay, so I mentioned earlier that breast milk is holistic. And why I'm saying this is because breast milk contains water, food, and medicine that the baby needs. To expatiate this, breast milk has basically 2 types. There is the foremilk and the hindmilk. The foremilk, you notice, is the first part of the breast milk that is usually very light. It's almost like water, just that it's creamy. That's what we call the foremilk. And there is a reason why it's that light. It's light because it gives the baby hydration. So that serves as the baby's water. So you don't need to start adding water. So I hear some women say, doctor, should we give baby water? The baby just finished sucking. Should we give water? There's no need to give water, because that breast milk that the baby just took has the foremilk, which is for the hydration. Then the hind milk, you will notice that it's thicker, it's creamier, and it's denser. That is the main food, and that's what gives the baby the satisfaction and makes the baby feel full till the next meal. So it's very holistic. There's no need adding anything else for the first 6 months of life. That's what we recommend. And it also contains antibodies. That's why I said it's the medicine. Antibodies help babies to fight infections and to build immunity. It gives the baby what we call passive immunity. That means for the first 6 months of life, the baby is still trying to build his or her own immune system. So the antibodies that is passed from the breast milk helps the baby to fight infections that the baby might encounter for that first 6 months of life. So it's very holistic. There's really no need for anything else.
Okay, you said that breast milk contains antibodies as medicine for the baby in the first 6 months of life. But I know that hospitals normally give BCG. So is that, what I'm trying to ask is, does the breast milk include BCG or something?
Okay, so I mentioned something called passive immunity.
Okay.
Breast milk offers the baby passive immunity, meaning that while the baby is trying to build his or her own immune system, the antibodies gotten from the mother is helping the baby for the meantime. Now, there's something else we call acquired immunity. That's what's gotten from the artificial vaccines and immunizations that the baby goes for at different stages of life. BCG, for example, is the first vaccine that baby takes, right? That gives the baby the acquired immunity, meaning that you are giving that baby the vaccine, you are telling the baby's body, to produce the antibodies that will be necessary to fight that infection, right? But that takes time. That may take some time. But breast milk, we advise mothers to start breastfeeding from the first day. Immediately after birth, you should start breastfeeding. So that gives the immediate immunity. But vaccines are artificial, and they take time for the body to produce the antibodies for those vaccines. So there are two different types of immunity. The breast milk offers the passive immunity, that's directly from the mother, while the vaccines that the baby takes as he or she grows up offers the acquired immunity.
Okay. I know you have talked or you have spoken so much about some of the benefits now, but I want you to expatiate on that. So what are some other benefits now of exclusive breastfeeding for both the baby and the mother?
All right, so there are numerous benefits of breastfeeding. I'm just going to be mentioning a few. Like I already mentioned that there are antibodies in the breast milk. We have the immunoglobulin A, immunoglobulin G, immunoglobulin M. These are just the chemicals that offer the immunity on the baby, and that's very important in the child's life, especially in the first few months of life when the immune system is still very weak and still developing. Then the nutrients. We all know about colostrum. That's the first milk that comes out from the mother. That milk is very important because it contains a lot of nutrients. And in fact, we advocate that the baby should have colostrum. Some women, they express and discard because they think that it's not good. The first milk that's coming out, let's throw it away so that the real one can come out. No, that first milk is actually the main thing, right? It contains nutrients, it contains sugar, it contains fat, it contains glucose, it contains water. So we can't even undermine the amount of nutrients, how nutritious breast milk is. And that's very important for the development of the baby. Then let's also talk about the bonding. When a woman is breastfeeding, she looks at her baby, she smiles at her baby, she plays with her baby. That's bonding. The baby is staring at the mother, even if the baby cannot make out the mother's face yet. But that play, that bond, it creates mother and child bonding. And it creates closeness between them. So it's very important. We advocate that women should breastfeed their babies.
Okay. All right, doctor. I noticed that with most first-time mothers now, we discover that some of them, or so many of them, they find it difficult, to initiate or to introduce breast milk at that first.
True.
So how does what is now the techniques? Because some women will say that the baby is not getting it or is not latching onto the
breast.
So can we really know how?
So that's a very common challenge mothers have, and not just first-time moms, mothers generally, because we see women that this is their third child or their fourth and they still have problems lactating. It's absolutely normal. It happens. But it's what you do when it happens that matters. So especially for first-time moms, to answer your question, they are new to this practice. This is their first baby, they're anxious, they don't know what to do, they need guidance. So we encourage them. Ideally, the way we deliver babies, you deliver baby on the mother, right? Once the baby is out, you place the baby on the mother for that warmth, and for that initial bonding. Once that is done, you've cut the cord, you've cleaned the woman up, you should give the baby to the mother to start breastfeeding. We're not saying that breast milk must come out immediately, but that suck reflex is what brings out the milk. There's something called sucking reflex and milk let down. It's a stimulus, or it's like a message that the baby's sucking is passing to the brain to tell the brain that, oh, I'm ready, the baby is ready to suck, so my body should get ready to produce the milk. Do you understand? So that is like, it's called a sucking reflex, and it causes milk let down. So it's a myriad of hormonal interplay, right? So even if the baby is not, even if the mother is not breastfeeding or is not lactating, we tell her, still put the baby to breast every 2 hours, because we encourage feeding of newborn babies every 2 hours. So while the caregiver is making the food, or whoever is helping the mother, while she's making the food, the mother should put the baby to breast. Let the baby be sucking like that. That continuous sucking will stimulate the brain, and eventually the milk will come out. But if the woman just stays like that, she can go 2 days without producing milk because she's waiting for the milk to come out itself. Even a woman that is no longer having children, if she puts that baby to breast, milk will come out because of that reflex. That sucking is what is needed to stimulate the brain. So that's what the woman should do. She should also take lots of fluid, water, pepper soup, whatever food that is available for her, fine. But she should take lots of water, because milk is water. But most importantly, that baby needs to latch.
Okay. All right. I also want to talk about the proper posture now.
Okay.
You know, some mothers experience pains, they say have pains, my back ache, and things like that. So what is now the proper, posture when you want to breastfeed, and how do you do that?
Okay. So for breastfeeding, the woman should sit upright.
Okay.
Right? It depends on the chair that is available for her, but we advocate that she should get a very comfortable chair, and if possible, put a pillow behind her to soften her rest and make it more comfortable for her. Then there are also breastfeeding pillows that are available in the market that helps to elevate the baby.
Okay,
because if, for example, she's holding the baby like this, she might get tired. Her hands may start to pain her, because you should put the baby at the level of your breast, not like this. You won't be comfortable, or she won't be comfortable. So you raise the baby up. So there are pillows that she can put under the baby to help make her comfortable and make the baby also comfortable. Then this hand, you use to support the neck. It's a newborn baby. There is no neck control yet, so the baby's head can sag very easily. So it's important the mother supports the neck of the baby with her hand.
Okay.
Now, the position of the baby is tummy to mommy, means the baby's tummy should face the mother's tummy. So it's just like a mnemonic, tummy to mommy, right? So once she has done that, she puts you don't put breast on baby, you put baby to breast.
Okay.
Right? So you don't lean forward on the baby, you raise the baby up to your breast. So you're already sitting upright. Your back is anchored. The baby, you should have a support to rest the baby on, most likely a breastfeeding pillow. Then you tilt the baby to the nipple. Now, for the latching technique, the baby you don't force your nipple on the baby. You try to use the nipple to rub the baby's shin, that's here, to try to stimulate the baby and say, there's something for you to put your mouth now. You're trying to pass the message to the baby. So the baby just naturally, that's the way God created them. There's suck reflex. The baby just turns and, tries to put the mouth on the nipple.
Okay.
So you don't start forcing. You see women forcing the breast on the baby. No, that's wrong. You put baby to breast. So when the baby turns, as if the baby wants to yawn, then the baby grabs the nipple.
The nipple.
Yes. So when the baby grabs the nipple, for you as a mother to be sure that, your baby is comfortable, because it's not just about you. Your baby needs to be comfortable to be able to eat well. You'll notice that the baby's mouth should touch the surrounding of your breast. So you're sure that, the baby has fully taken in the nipple. You should also watch out for the baby's nose, so you don't suffocate your baby with the breast.
Okay.
So that's why some people use their fingers to, press the breast to expose the nose, so you're sure that your baby is breathing.
Okay.
So basically, that's what you do. Then you allow the baby, you'll be hearing the baby's mouth movement as the baby is sucking in the milk. You'll be hearing the gulp, then you're sure that, okay, your baby is feeding. When the baby needs a break, you remove, let the baby rest, you go again. So when you see that baby is now refusing, or maybe the baby has had like 30 minutes or 20 minutes, then you can let the baby rest. So you do that every 2 hours. Feed
Okay.
your baby every 2 hours.
Right. Okay. What about we are looking at some benefits now.
Okay.
What's the benefits of exclusive breastfeeding to the mother now?
Okay, well, the most common benefit of exclusive breastfeeding is that it serves as a form of natural contraception.
Okay.
But although it's not absolute, it's not 100%, but it helps. What I mean is, for that period of exclusive breastfeeding, the mother may not ovulate, right? And so chances of pregnancy is slim. She will not see her period. She may not, like I said, it's not 100%. There are women that, medicine is not, never say never. So the fact that you're having 99 women that it's working for, there might just be one woman that will still get pregnant while breastfeeding. But basically, it helps as a form of contraception. That 6 months might give her space. So it also helps as a form of child spacing. Yes, that's the word, child spacing. So that's the benefit.
Okay. All right. We've been talking about breastfeeding with Dr. Osasu, but now we are going to take a break to bring you the Faces of LAPO. Faces of LAPO segment is where we have the clients of the LAPO Microfinance Bank sharing their experiences with the bank. Please stay tuned.
Hello, everyone. My name is Aminat Adirayo Animashaun. I'm the CEO of Dera Vocational Limited. We are into manufacturing of innovative shoes, bags, and accessories with African prints. And it started from, accessing the 200,000 naira up till we're able to access 20 million naira. And then they even after we finish paying the 20 million, they still ask us to come and access more, which you can access as much as you can. And I also believe in supporting women while we're doing the free vocational training that we do here in Ibadan, Oyo State, which we've trained 11,370, 70% of people that we've trained are women. And why are we doing that? So that we can improve and impact our community. We've trained 11,370 women on different vocational skills, 35 vocational skills. I want to also appreciate LAPO Microfinance Bank, especially the Okado brand. You want to expand your business, you can access a loan. Don't just go and access loan from anywhere. Visit LAPO Microfinance Bank so that they can guide you, not just giving you funds. LAPO Microfinance Bank also supports morally. The account officer they are exceptional.
All right, welcome back. Okay, doctor, I think we should look at some of the some common misconceptions now about
Okay.
breastfeeding, and there are some that are very very common, like giving water to baby. You
Yeah.
hear all this. I think they call it old grandmoms tale. Say don't give water to baby the first 6 months of life. That's what we are looking at now. So is it right to give water to a newborn baby?
Well, if a woman is practicing exclusive breastfeeding, then you shouldn't give water.
Okay.
One of my opening statements was that breast milk is holistic. It contains water, food, and medicine. So people feel that, oh, the baby has eaten, oh, the baby has breastfed, or the baby has finished eating, you should get water, just the way a normal adult after eating should get water. But they don't understand that breast milk contains water. It's milk, it's liquid. The fact that it's milky or it's creamy or the fact that it's thick doesn't mean it doesn't contain water. It contains water. And like I explained, the form milk, that's the first part of the milk that comes out. You notice that it's very light. That's water. So that's enough to hydrate the baby. God created the human body so uniquely that it provides everything the baby needs. So there's really no need giving water.
Okay, before we continue, or before we go on looking at some of the misconceptions, I want to ask about working mothers now.
Okay.
Can a working mother, can a woman, a career woman, practice exclusive breastfeeding?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Working mom can. It might be a bit challenging because of the fact that, oh, she goes to work in the morning, comes back in the afternoon. But that's why you have a fridge, and that's why you can express. So for working moms that need to go back to work after their maternity leave, probably after 3 months, you see that some women after 3 months, they say, no, I can't continue, I can't cope again. They'll start introducing food to the baby. So what we tell them is that if you need to go back to work, before you leave in the morning, you express enough milk that you know can last the baby till you are back.
It's quite challenging, you know.
Yes, I agree. It's quite challenging, but it's possible. Women do it. That's why you have breast pump to help you express. It's also a function of how well the woman lactates. I understand that, but for a woman that is lactating well, she can actually express, put in the fridge, so that whoever she's leaving the baby with can have breast milk to feed instead of formula. So once the baby is hungry, we feed every 2 hours. Some babies can tolerate 30 meals. Some can go as high as 60 meals, depends on how well the baby wants to eat. But if a woman can express, we advise her, yes, she does that and puts in the fridge. And the breast milk is valid.
Okay, for how long can maybe the reserve now, for how long can it last? Can it last till the next day if you put in the fridge?
It can last till the next day, but we won't encourage it to last that long. Baby should be able to consume it in a day, because you feed babies every 2 hours. So meaning a baby is eating at least 12 times in 24 hours. So that breast milk will definitely finish that day. Okay. So the woman can express every morning before she leaves for that day. Even at work, she can take a break, go into a room, or just go to a private corner, and also express it while at work.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
possible. I think that's why we need support systems now.
Yes. So that's why people at work, when they have a woman that's just gave birth, after giving her the 3 months maternity leave, even when she resumes, she doesn't need to stay 8 to 4 or 9 to 5. They usually give them maybe till 12 or till 2 to go home. So that's a way of support.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. There is also this belief, I don't know how true it is, that breastfeeding a baby, that it somehow spoils the figure of the mother, causes the breast to sag and all that. So what do you say to that?
No, that's not true.
Okay, that breastfeeding your baby does not cause the breast to sag, disfigures the mother's.
No, that's not true. Pregnancy is, like I said before, is an interplay of hormones. The weight gain you see in a pregnant woman, in a breastfeeding woman, is just an interplay of hormones. It's the hormones that are causing that weight gain. So you won't say, and it's not all women that actually blow up in pregnancy or blow up postpartum or during breastfeeding. There are still women that still maintain the same stature even while breastfeeding. That's to show you that it's not really about the fact that you're breastfeeding. It's about you as an individual and your hormones. It could be something else you still add if those hormones play with you. So it's not just about breastfeeding. It's just that the reason why people say that is because when you are breastfeeding, you tend to eat more because you get hungry easily, because you are giving out to your baby frequently. So you tend to be hungry every time, and then you eat.
Right, doctor, let's also look at the support system now for breastfeeding mothers or women who breastfeed or who are breastfeeding their babies. What's the support system that they need? What do they need?
Okay, that's a very important question, because in fact the support system is a very important part of the woman's life, the postpartum life. Yes, that's the immediate period after birth. Husbands, listen, your wife shouldn't feel alone after delivery. She didn't get pregnant on her own, right? It took 2 parties to make a baby. So it should also take those 2 parties to take care of the baby. It's not just about making provision available. The most important support system at that time is the emotional support that you give to your wife. That midnight cry that the baby will make at night and the mother will wake up and needs to breastfeed. She shouldn't wake up and breastfeed on her own. That's what causes postpartum depression, postpartum blues.
We are not used to that in Nigeria.
Yes, but it happens.
It happens.
Yes, it happens.
People don't know.
Yes, and you just need the woman to deal with it on her own. And you see where the woman is just on her own, feeling sad, looking so unkept, crying at intervals,
so tired,
feeling so overwhelmed. That's not right at all. So not just husbands though, even family relatives. That's why you have that where the mother of the groom, that's the mother of the father or the mother of the woman, that's the mother of the baby now. The grandmom comes to help.
Do you know that there are cases, I've seen some cases where these grandmoms, they come and they expect the woman to work for them, to cook for them, and they take care of them. Why
any grandmom that comes with that mentality should stay in her house.
Exactly.
Because you cannot be coming to a woman that just put to bed and you expect the woman to be the one to cook for you. So why are you here? You should help her cook, help her bathe the baby, help her wash baby's clothes, baby's items. Just relieve her of the work. Her body needs to heal. Her body needs to recuperate. She needs as much rest as possible. She needs as much good food as possible. So that's not the time to start putting her through jobs, chores, responsibilities. No. If she needs to breastfeed, especially at the middle of the night, that breaks her sleep. And you know how annoying it is to wake up multiple times at the middle of your sleep. So she shouldn't go through that alone. You should be there to support her, tell her it's okay, help her. Okay, what can I do for you? Help her go to the market, help her cook, whatever she needs at that time. Just make it easy for her. Let her feel your presence. Both the husband, the mother, if there are siblings, they can come around. That let her just feel loved. Let her feel that, oh, she's not alone at that time. Because it's very easy for women like that to tilt into postpartum blues, postpartum depression, and it's hard to come out of it. It happens. It's just that we undermine it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I also want to add that, when the woman returns to work, or maybe after the 3 months at home, most times it's 3 months, it's also good for the community, the work environment to make, to be friendly, baby friendly and all that.
Yeah.
And I will also encourage, like, work environments to have all these daycare services and all that close to where we have mothers, nursing mothers and all that, so that they don't find it difficult going to check on their babies and things like that. And again, we have some organizations that don't even offer paid maternity leaves.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
That's another form of support that an organization can give. You can give your employee. It should be a stipend to the mother, that will help her, because that period there's so much expenses in the house.
Yes.
Welcoming the baby, paying hospital bills, going for checkups, buying things in the house. And baby's things are very expensive. So what the organization can do is that even for that 3 months, they can still be paying the woman, even if it's half of the salary. But some organizations pay full salary for that 3 months. And then when they resume, they give them a stipend too. And then they encourage them to, like I said earlier, they don't need to close by 4. That's also another way of showing support. It also makes the burden of the work lesser on the woman. She doesn't need to resume and start getting overwhelmed from work when she has a baby to take care of at home.
And do you know that there are some organizations that don't employ pregnant women? They'll be like, before she has gone for maternity leave, she's coming back from that one, she's going for another one again.
That's not right. That's like stigmatization.
Yes, we need to support.
Yeah, we need to support them. That's why most women, they just prefer to stay at home till they put to bed, because the work environment doesn't consider the fact that they are heavy.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's not right. So we should try and help so that they will remain empowered, encouraged to work. Some people work even up to the
the
last
final,
month
yes, yes,
of delivery.
yes.
So I think organizations really need to consider that
We
moving
also need
forward.
to look at the issue of the informal sector now. We don't have a formal system or organized system where
Yeah.
maybe nursing mothers are catered for by the government, or maybe given
Yeah.
paid leaves and all that for the informal sector. I think the government should also look at that area,
Yeah.
supporting women now. We're
Yes,
looking at the support system.
there are some states that offer free medical services to pregnant women and children under 5.
That's very good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's also something very commendable, highly commendable. So it encourages them. Yeah.
All right. So, Doctor, what are your final words now?
Okay, so I've said a lot has been said, and I'm sure we've learned a lot of things. So my final words are that mothers should idolize breastfeeding. It's very crucial in the development of your child. The early phases of development in the child's life, whatever you do, whatever decisions you make, play a great role in the life of that child. And breastfeeding is like the first step in making sure your child has a fulfilled life. So mothers should take it very importantly. I'm sure we'll be able to debunk so many misconceptions, and I expect that families should embrace exclusive breastfeeding as a core value.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Doctor,
Thank you.
for taking our time to come on Bridging the Gap this morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right. That's the much we can take on the program this morning. And I would like us to know that every mother deserves support to breastfeed, and every baby deserves the best possible start in life. Till we come your way again, it's bye for now.